Hello and welcome back to another out of spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. Next to me here we have a 2024 iX xDrive 50. Now this vehicle as spec is touching on $100,000. The other important point, this is also brand new. Now I did a full build quality analysis on the iX here, pretty blown away with it to be honest. What I did not include in that video though was a full paint inspection. This car is actually owned by my friend David, who is actually filming behind the camera right now. He drove all the way out from Michigan to get his wife's brand new iX completely dialed in. Now David just showed up here to the shop and I decided I need to shoot a video on the paint quality of this because there's some very strange things going on with the back of this vehicle. This is a brand new car and I want to show you why having a paint correction and then ceramic coating it is probably worthwhile. So I think it's a common misconception that brand new cars come in absolutely perfect. So David behind the camera, as I said, has been out here actually twice. So David purchased an i4 M50 last year, road tripped it out here from Michigan and got the paint dialed in. Now, David, you had an individual color that you had on your i4. Do you mind sharing with the viewers what that was?
That was the car yellow.
Yeah, unreal color. Like truly a special color. Then you had like the Michigan blue plate with the yellow text on it. Such a sweet color. And you actually ordered that one, but you did not order this. So tell me a little bit about the story of this iX, how you acquired it.
Yeah, so we ordered an i5 and my wife decided she didn't want a sedan. And our dealer got this in and she said, this is exactly the spec I want. She wanted this red, Aventurin red. She wanted the oyster interior. It has parking assist, driving assist, all the things she wanted. So we just bought it off the lot.
Cool. Do you know how long the car sat?
Like we bought it like the day after it arrived at the dealer.
Okay, so it's a very fresh car.
Yeah.
So my anticipation from this was, and I think I said that in the build quality review, that I thought the car sat, but so this is a very fresh car then. Now you do have 3,300 miles on it. Yep. You took delivery
like a month ago. Little over.
How do you put so many miles on your car? It's insane. But David was waiting to come out here just with some timing of trips and things like that. And David told me he has not hand washed this. He asked the dealership not to prep it. So all the scratches and things on here, and most importantly, all the polishing marks from the factory still remain. So you've done, you said one pay and spray, I think. So didn't wipe it down, didn't do anything, just quickly rinsed it off. Is that right?
Yep.
So what's your impression, David? Because I know you're a customer of mine, now a friend of mine, how new cars come in. I mean, you're kind of the OCD type guy, just like I am. That's why you bring your car in to get detailed.
They come in with swirl marks. They come in with scratches. They come in with bug stains. Like unfortunately, the manufacturers and the dealers don't respect the paint, or by and large.
Sure.
Every single one don't respect the paint to the level that Coleton and people like me and do.
So I think it's funny because, I always get these comments on videos like this and like, my Ford's perfect. Meanwhile, like I just had a new Raptor 2 weeks ago. The video hasn't even gone up yet of like me spending nearly 50 hours dialing in this thing, getting it fully ceramic coated, doing exactly what we're doing to David's car. Now, an interesting thing here, David. So I've seen this a few times on vehicles. So basically they come in, I believe, so these were made in Germany. It came into the Maryland port. Then it was transported to Michigan. This thing 100% set backwards on the front of a trailer because the whole rear end of the car has bug stains all over it. So let me show you here. You can just see on the back of basically where the license plate was, you can see all those bug stains. Now, you may be a very fast driver in reverse, or the scenario that I just talked about was actually the case. But what I want to talk about more is the actual defects in the paint. And I just looked through this. I was kind of staggered, and that's why I was like, okay, we got to film a quick video while you're here. So I just want to put my scan grip light on here. Now, David, everybody freaks out that I use one of these. It's like, who cares? You go through with a little flashlight, your expensive flashlight, and look for all these swirl marks and rotary marks, as you can see here. Like over in this area, you can see somebody's went to town with a rotary polisher. Hopefully those are coming through on camera. Now, what this light does is actually mimics the sun. And I talk about this a lot and I still get comments, who cares? It's a stupid flashlight. The point is with this, essentially what it mimics is the sun. The sun is normally at one point when you're looking at a car. Let's just say it's noon. It's going to be right above you. You're going to see all the imperfections on the top, on kind of the higher looking areas. But areas like down here, you're not going to see that until 6 p.m., 7 p.m. when it's starting to get dusk. That's the worst time to look at cars. You're just driving down the road. You see the whole side of it. It looks like it's just been through a car wash. But again, I just want to show you what a brand new iX looks like here. This is north of 100 grand when you consider taxes, but we have scratches, we have rotary marks, we have all the bug stains in there. I mean, even if we pop down here, this area looks pretty good until you get to the rear bumper. I can see a bunch of scratches in there, bunch of rotary marks. And this is just going to take time and effort to get completely dialed in. David, I want you to come over here right next to this BMW badge. Look at how bad it is in there. Just all of that wispy nature to it. I don't know if this is a dealership prep thing. Maybe they were trying to get the bug stains off. To me, it looks like more of a factory deal. And I see this on all cars. I've worked on Lamborghinis. I've worked on Ferraris. Actually, funny enough, my impression is the more you spend on a car, the more defects you have in it because they're trying to make it look better. Now, a company like Rivian, we talked about this a lot when we started doing build quality analysis on this channel. They would come in and they would have these almost polka dot looking marks on them. Essentially, what they were doing is they had a new, fresh paint bay when they were painting all the Rivian R1Ts. They would get some dust marks in there. They would quickly sand it, but they wouldn't polish it. So these cars were literally showing up with all these discs everywhere of unpolished paint. And I just found that on the Ford Raptor. Again, keep an eye on that video. So I just want to walk around this car and show you kind of imperfections I'm seeing. You can see a bunch of scratches in here. Of course, up here on the iX badge. Holy smokes. Can you see those through the camera there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very soft plastic up there. And then you come down to, your door area right above the handle. More rotary marks in there. Quite a fascinating bit of, they just did this area in the back area. I'm not sure if these got scratched at the factory. Those are just quality control points that they wanted to hit on there. Funny enough, the front end doesn't have a ton of marks. So I just want to look here on this fender. Yeah, not all that much. It honestly looks pretty decent, but you can see some water spotting in there. Now, the whole point of doing this, of course, is we want to remove those defects. You don't want to be rolling around in a $100,000 car. The sun hits it at the perfect light and you're just, oh my gosh, it looks terrible. But then you want to protect it. So there's two options with that. You can go paint protection film that has self-healing capabilities. There's a lot of nuance though with that. So if you're interested in PPF, go watch some of my other videos. I'll maybe leave them in the link in the description below. My recommendation and what David has done, you get a paint correction. After the paint correction, you polish it to remove some of the polishing marks you put in from compounding. Then we ceramic coat everything. So I'm going to just show you a little bit in the rest of this video how I go in, remove those defects. We'll do some really nice 50-50 shots so you can see the actual luster of the paint. This is not going to be an in-depth hour-long video like you guys are used to. I just want to show you some more of those spots and how these cars actually come in versus, I think, the public perception. David, any more thoughts on that?
No, I can't wait to see what it looks like when you're done with it.
Yeah, this color is sweet. So what color is this from BMW?
Avenger in red.
Okay. It's like a wine red, but the metallic is very bright. It's funny because over here we actually have an ultra red Model Y. It's funny to have two red cars in here. It's very rare I see red cars, but this color is absolutely stunning on the iX, especially paired with that interior. So let's get to polishing and we'll follow up. So you guys just watched a quick time lapse here on the rear end. Now I haven't, of course, done all of this, still quite a bit of work to do here on the iX, but essentially what we did was a compound. Now this is really in a two-step formulation. The BMW iX here in this Aventura in red is very hard paint. So I'll be curious to see what you guys think of this. But again, let's remember what this actually looks like over here. So we have quite a few bug stains. We have rotary polishing marks everywhere. Same thing going on down here, some deeper heavy scratches, water spots in here. I mean, this thing truly needed some love. Look at that edge right up there. Now, if we come over here where we just were, look how much better that looks. Now, this of course still needs some refinement, so it needs to now be polished afterwards, which I will quickly show you. And then I'll walk through the rest of the car once I get it completely done and you guys can actually see how it looks. But even taillight area over here, getting more dialed in. It's not perfect right now. This is something that takes a bit of time, but I wanted to be able to show you 50-50 here. Again, even down here, look at under the basically where the license plate would sit here, tons of bugs sitting under there. Again, I believe this car to be one that sat backwards on a trailer while it was being transported to the dealership, and you can see all of those stains on there. And then a lot better over here, but it still needs refinement. Down here, I haven't even touched yet. I just did the top half of this rear end, but that is what we do here. Now, to do a full paint correction on a car takes a ton of time. I actually did not film this, of course. I've done multiple videos on doing this, but I wanted to show you a perfect use case of, hey, this is how a brand new BMW iX actually comes in. $100,000 vehicle, and it's far from perfect. This entire side has been compounded. Now, after I get the rear end done, it's gonna go out, get re-washed, and then we'll come back and polish it, and then we'll actually coat it. So I will show you a little bit of polishing here and show you how the paint finally finishes up. It's not gonna be a full, super long video. Wanted to keep this nice and short, but I also just wanted to show you examples of what we actually do on a new car, because I think a lot of people's misconception is they come in perfect, and this is a perfect case of they don't. So I'm gonna continue working on the rest of the car here. You'll see me in the next clip polishing up the iX. And here we are with the finished product. So since you guys saw me last, of course, I finished the entire detail here on the BMW iX, including the ceramic coating. So the last couple of clips you saw was me polishing, and then I ceramic coated over the top so that it's protected for years and years to come. Now, let's just take a quick walk around the vehicle here. I pulled it out into the sun, but you guys can definitely see how bright red this paint looks. It looks absolutely stunning now. Now, of course, in this particular video, you mostly watched the work done on the rear end. So here's a nice sun shot there. Absolutely nothing in the paint, just glistening out here. And especially the rear end. The rear end needed quite a bit of work on here and really came out fantastic. So if you guys are interested in having your brand new vehicle or used vehicle done here at the shop, definitely reach out to me at cleardetailing.com. All of the links are in the description below. Go ahead and fill out a contact form in there. You can reach out to me and I'll give you a call and we can discuss the best options for you and, most importantly, your vehicle. Thanks so much for watching another out of spec detailing video. I hope this one was very informative because it's quite fascinating how even a $100,000 very well built BMW iX actually comes in and is delivered with tons of rotary marks, scratches, imperfections everywhere. And this is living proof of it. Thanks so much for watching another out of spec detailing video. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.